Welcome to Mindful Minerva. Have you ever thought about the hidden worries guys face when they're in a relationship? Being in a relationship can be great, but it also brings challenges, especially for guys. In this video, we'll discuss the fears guys might have when they have a girlfriend, looking at it from a psychological angle. Our hope in this video is to bring awareness on this subject, especially since it often goes overlooked in today's modern dating world. Number 1. The fear of not being worthy of affection. The fear of not being lovable is a significant challenge that many men encounter in relationships. This fear often traces back to their upbringing, where societal expectations might have dictated that men should be tough, independent, and less emotionally expressive. Consequently, men might not have received the same level of emotional validation or praise as women, leading to underlying feelings of insecurity about their self-worth. This lack of emotional validation during their formative years can create a lasting impact, causing men to struggle with deeper insecurities than they openly reveal. Despite projecting confidence outwardly, they may harbor doubts about whether they are truly lovable or deserving of affection. Seeking approval and validation in their relationships becomes crucial for them, as it serves as a source of reassurance, helping them feel loved and accepted. Additionally, societal pressures often perpetuate the notion that men should not express vulnerability or emotional needs, which can further intensify their fear of not feeling lovable. This fear might manifest as a reluctance to open up about their insecurities, or a constant need for reassurance from their partner to validate their sense of self-worth. Addressing this fear often involves creating a safe space within the relationship where men feel comfortable expressing their emotions and vulnerabilities without the fear of judgment. Before we continue, please take a second now to subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate your support, and it would mean a lot to us. With that, let's get right back into the video. Number 2. The fear of being controlled. Many men hold a fear of feeling controlled and losing their sense of identity within a relationship. Independence and freedom are highly valued by numerous men, and they fear that these aspects might diminish if they become too involved in a relationship. Maintaining their individuality and preserving their own identity is incredibly important to them. The fear stems from a concern about losing control over their life decisions and actions. They worry that being in a relationship might lead to restrictions on their freedom, interests, or personal goals. For some men, their sense of self is deeply rooted in their independence, and they fear this might erode if they become too intertwined in a relationship. For men, creating value throughout their lives is part of their DNA and should be accepted rather than pushed away when in a relationship. Preserving a distinct identity outside of the relationship is crucial for these men. They worry about losing touch with their passions, hobbies, or personal pursuits if they invest too much in the relationship. It's not about avoiding commitment, but rather about finding a balance between a fulfilling relationship and maintaining their own individuality. Addressing this fear often involves establishing healthy boundaries. Encouraging mutual respect for each other's personal space, interests, and goals helps alleviate these concerns. Emphasizing that a relationship can complement their identity rather than diminish it can assist in easing these fears, promoting a sense of security and autonomy within the partnership. Number 3. The fear on inadequacy. This is a common concern among many men, especially when it comes to their perceived ability to meet their partner's needs and expectations. This fear often revolves around the belief that they must live up to specific standards set by society or traditional gender roles, which commonly emphasize financial success, material provisions, or societal measures of power and achievement. Men might internalize the notion that they're expected to be the primary providers or protectors. Consequently, they may equate their worth and adequacy in it with their ability to meet these expectations. This can lead to feelings of pressure and insecurity, as they worry about not living up to these perceived standards. The fear of inadequacy might manifest as a concern about not being able to provide their partner with the lifestyle, support, or material comforts they believe they should offer. This fear often stems from comparisons to others or societal standards, rather than a genuine evaluation of their abilities and efforts. To address this fear, it's essential to redefine success. Encouraging open conversations about values and priorities can help clarify mutual expectations and reduce feelings of inadequacy. Emphasizing that success isn't solely based on material achievements, but also on emotional support and shared experiences can alleviate the pressure linked to these societal expectations. Building a relationship based on mutual support and shared goals, rather than solely on traditional notions of success, can help men feel more secure and valued. Number 4. Fear of being vulnerable. Many men grapple with a fear of vulnerability, particularly when it involves sharing their deepest emotions or personal experiences. There's a societal expectation for men to embody traits like strength, stoicism, and emotional resilience. As a result, they might feel uncomfortable or exposed when it comes to discussing their innermost feelings or revealing family secrets. Men often fear that displaying vulnerability might challenge their perceived masculinity or lead to being viewed as unmanly. They worry about potential judgment or ridicule from their partner, fearing that opening up emotionally might result in a loss of respect or approval. This fear of vulnerability can create a barrier to honest communication within relationships. Men might suppress their emotions or avoid discussing sensitive topics, believing that expressing vulnerability could undermine their image of strength or competence. To combat this fear, it's crucial to create an environment of trust and acceptance. Encouraging open and non-judgmental communication allows men to feel safe sharing their vulnerabilities without fearing rejection or ridicule. Emphasizing that vulnerability is a sign of strength and an essential aspect of building intimacy can help dispel these fears. Creating a space where both partners feel comfortable expressing their emotions and supporting each other can lead to a deeper and more fulfilling connection. Number 5. Fear of not making their girlfriend happy. One prevalent fear among men who have girlfriends is the worry about their capability to make them happy. Studies and polls often underscore this concern as one of their most significant worries. They often aspire to be the source of their partner's happiness and contentment, but at the same time, they fear the possibility of not meeting these expectations. This fear stems from a deep desire to be a positive influence in their partner's life and to create a fulfilling and joyful relationship. They may worry about failing to fulfill their partner's emotional needs, provide adequate support, or bring the happiness they desire. The fear of falling short in making their partner happy can lead to feelings of pressure and anxiety. Men might constantly seek validation or reassurance from their partner, fearing that they might not be doing enough or that their efforts might not be appreciated. It's important to emphasize that both partners play a role in the relationship's happiness. Encouraging open communication about what brings joy and fulfillment to each other's lives can help alleviate these concerns. Emphasizing that happiness isn't solely the responsibility of one person, but is a collaborative effort between both partners. It can reduce the pressure and promote a more balanced and supportive dynamic. Building a relationship based on mutual understanding and support, rather than solely focusing on individual responsibility for happiness, can help alleviate these fears. Understanding these worries is vital for both men and their girlfriends. Communication and empathy play pivotal roles in easing these anxieties. Encouraging open conversations without judgment can help men feel more secure in expressing their emotions without fear of being perceived as weak. Women recognizing and appreciating a man's efforts and providing emotional support can alleviate these fears. Emphasizing that love isn't solely based on achievements, but on mutual understanding and care, can create a more secure relationship. They encompass not only love and happiness, but also the complexities of navigating through deep-seated fears and insecurities. Acknowledging and addressing these fears is critical. By recognizing and openly discussing these fears, couples can create a safe and understanding environment. This open communication allows both partners to support each other through their vulnerabilities and insecurities. It's through this mutual understanding and empathy that relationships can grow stronger and more resilient. Addressing insecurities with their girlfriend requires patience and a willingness to listen and understand each other's perspectives. It's about creating a space where both partners feel comfortable expressing their worries without fear of judgment. Ultimately, by acknowledging and addressing these fears, couples can forge a path towards a more thriving partnership. It's a journey that involves mutual support and a commitment to nurturing each other through the vulnerabilities and challenges that arise. What are your views on these fears and insecurities? Have you or your girlfriend encountered any of these concerns? If so, feel free to share in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, as your support would certainly be appreciated. Until next time, take care and we'll see you in the next video.